In today's video, we are going to rank and review every map from the Map Content Creator pack made by Sanctum Gamer. I am really excited about this pack and there's some amazing maps in there, so let's dive straight into it. So the first map we're going to look at is Biomes Valley. This is a partly plain and partly desert map, which is mostly flat, so you can build a lot on there. All of the ground resources are included and a lot of the new trees of this update have been used in this map. I really love the transition between the desert and the plain with the river meandering through it, and I just love how the river has been built in general. The only small minus I have is that the edges of the river are really high in a specific point on the map, which in my opinion could have been sloped out so it looks better. I don't know if that is left intentionally, but for the rest it is a really cool map. Because of how good the transition and the river is, I give this map a 9 out of 10. The second map that we're going to look at is called Desert Pass, and this map is what it says: a passing river through the desert. In this map I really like the tree usage on the edges of the river, which just gives it a really natural look to me. For the rest, there's not a lot on this map apart of some hills and a really nice highway exit, so I'm going to give this map a 7 out of 10. One major thing about this map is that we, a part of the desert oasis from Sunset Harbor, didn't have a desert map in the vanilla game yet, and in my opinion this one looks way better than the other desert maps, so people that can't access the workshop can now build a proper desert city. The third map we're going to look at is Farmland Flats, and again it's what the name says: a very flat area with a lot of farmland. It has a few hills in it, but it is mostly suitable if you want to make a big city or a very farm orientated city. I really like how the hills are made in this map, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Just like the desert map. Next up we have the map called Mountain Taper. This is another plains map with a fair amount of farmland, but it also has some lakes and some hills. It also provides a big flat area to build a giant city, so it really has a bit of everything. I also really like the interchange over here in the middle of the map, so I'm going to give this map an 8 out of 10. Next up we have River Valley Plain. This is a boreal mountain map with a plain in the middle of two mountain ranges and a few rivers. The mountains are really well made, although some cliffs are a bit too steep in my opinion. But on the other hand, it is a pretty realistic mountain style. What I love about this map is that you can still build a large city with having a mountainous map. I also like the interchange that leads into the starter tile that is in between two rivers. So just like the last map, this map is going to get a 8 out of 10 from me. So this map is called The Island. It is a relatively flat map with a lot of water and a lot of islands. This map has no train connections, which is a slight minus, but you've got a lot of water instead. I am giving this map a 7.5 out of 10 because I'm not specifically hyped about this map and it is pretty flat, although it would be pretty interesting to work with all these waterways. I also like how there's still land on the horizon that no one will probably use, but it is still nice to give it a less empty look. And now we look to our second tropical map, which is Tropical Pass. I really like the intersections on this map that are all located around the start tile, so you should be able to unlock all of them. And I also really like how the hills are shaped in this one. There is place to build a somewhat big city, but it's not all flat and there's plenty of room to focus on various resources. I can't decide whether I should give this map an 8 or an 8.5, so I'm giving this map an 8.25. It's time to review the final map from the Content Creator pack, which is also my favorite, Meandering River. It is a boreal mountain map, but still has room to build a big city. I really like this map because not only has it enough flat area to build a giant city and even an airport, it also has boat access through the river, which I haven't seen on the other mountain maps and maps with a river only. So that is pretty cool. You can do everything you want on this map. It has every resource and it also has mountains and just looks really good in my opinion. I am giving this map a 9.5 out of 10, and the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because the starting side of the river hasn't got the mountains that they have on the other side. I just really like the mountains on the other side, so it would be a easy 10 out of 10 for me if that would be the case on the other side as well. Anyways, that was my ranking list of all the new maps of the Content Creator pack. Just to clarify, I really like them all. The creator has done an amazing job on building these maps, and I'm definitely going to use my favorite for my next vanilla series that should be coming out in the next week or so. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and like the video, and then I'll see you in the next one.